Hello everybody, welcome back to my modern homestead. My name is Janet and I'm so glad that you're here to join us today. Now, you guys, we are getting ready for this weekend. We're going to be processing our chickens already. Can you believe it? It's actually a week later than I wanted to. They're supposed to be processed at 8 weeks, but life just happens and we're going to process them this coming weekend. But we're also doing something else exciting. Now, this is something some of my friends have asked me to do, so I thought I would go ahead and get it out because it's getting late in the season, you guys. Now, I am in zone B, zone B. I'm in zone 8 when it comes to growing and gardening. And I teeter-totter on the edge of zone 8A and 8B, so I just go with 8 and I just do whatever. And you guys, let me make this disclaimer. I am by no means a garden expert, but I have done a lot of research and some of my friends wanted me to share some of it. Now, this is August, middle of August already. It's hard to believe. And some of you may say gardening season's over, you're done, go rest. But that's not true, you guys. You can still go and get out in your garden. Now, what can you grow in the middle of August? Well, it's your lucky day. I've done some research. Now, in August, if you want to start things in your house, some good things to start would be kale, Romanesco Italia, broccoli, Brunswick cabbage, some cor de boeuf cabbage, purple cauliflower. Get those started. They should have already been started by now. Some snowball cauliflower. But you guys, if you don't want to start plants in your house, you can go ahead and direct seed. You can do some kale, your peas, potatoes. Those actually need to be done right now. If you're in zone 8, they should have already been done by the 15th, but I think you've got a few days you can get away with it. Go ahead and get in your Brussels sprout transplants. I didn't do transplants. I didn't think I was going to get to do a fall garden. So you know what I'm going to do, guys? I'm just going to put the seeds in. If they grow, they grow. If they don't, they don't, and it'll be okay. Also work on some broccoli, get those transplants in, your cabbage transplants, cauliflower transplants, or if you are like me, just go ahead and put the seeds in the ground and see what happens. So see guys, just because it's August doesn't mean you can't do anything else. There are a lot of things you can do. And in September, look, there is a whole list of things here that you can do in September. I don't have anything here to actually start. Yeah, that's kind of late in the season to start anything inside, but outside you can go ahead and grow oric. I think that's kind of like a it's like a spinach. You use it in place of spinach. Carrots, go ahead and direct sow those. I've done a video on making carrot seed tape. It's so easy. Just little strips of toilet paper. Pull the layers of toilet paper. Dab a little bit of glue mixed with flour and water. Dab it on there. Put a seed in there. Space them every couple inches. Easy. Let that dry. Do kale transplants. Lettuce direct sow it. Spinach direct sow. Swiss chard, make sure you get that in by September 19th. Red rhubarb Brussels sprouts, go ahead and direct sow those. Collards, stagger those collards. Plant some every couple of weeks so that you have them for a while, and they are great canned. Your that's a German word. Münchener Beer radish, it's a German radish. Brunswick cabbage, get it in by late September. Go ahead and direct sow that cor de boeuf cabbage. And purple cauliflower transplants, if you've started those, they're great if you have a cold frame. That's where they're best, but if not, take your chances in the garden. Same with snowball cauliflower. And in September, go ahead and keep weeding, feed your soil, plant cover crops if you're going to use a cover crop. And even in October, you can still plant that ork into early October. And spinach. Oh, you guys, if you've never had fresh spinach, go ahead and plant some and try it. I like spinach of Galilee. It's really good. Also, weed, feed soil, cover crop, same thing. November, the really only thing I have for planting in November is the ork, or I don't know how you say that. I don't know. But anyway, keep weeding, feeding the soil, and cover crops. Now, December, you want to rest. But come January, you can start all over again. Remember, this is zone 8. So depending on what zone you're in, what you need to do may look different. January, I don't have anything to plant or sow, but you can start those seeds. Make sure you check your frost dates and how many weeks you've got. But think about your Romanesco broccoli, Chinese white celery. This is some kind of eggplant. I'm not going to try to say that word. Go ahead and start those tomatoes and peppers. Get that soil fed. February, there are tons of things you can start. Your eggplant, the broccoli again, celery, tomatoes, peppers if you haven't already done those in January, ground cherries, gooseberries, snowball cauliflower for the spring, cabbages, your gourds. You want to do those 4 weeks before the first frost date. Your herbs, your kale, your lettuce, your Swiss chard. And here I've written how many weeks before your frost date you want to start these items. Hope y'all can read that. I don't know if you can or not. You guys, I almost forgot. Don't forget, at the end of the video, I'm going to upload all the pictures for all the different months so you can see exactly what research I have that I've done, and that will help give you a guide to go by. So feel free to add to it, take away from it. If you're in a different zone, that's okay. Check the dates for yours and adjust what I have to fit your situation. So I just wanted to make sure you saw that. But in February, if you want to direct sow, go ahead and start that ork. That's just a great all-around crop. Golden beets, 3 to 4 weeks before your last frost, go ahead and get those in the ground. Radishes, those early sweet peas, go ahead and get those in the ground. Just direct sow those. And also remove or till in your overgrowth in February. Keep feeding that soil. In March, things that are great to go ahead and direct sow, that ork again, the golden beets again, onions, peas, potatoes, radishes, corn. We plant our corn in March. Cowpeas, direct sow on or after Good Friday. All your summer crops, green beans, on or anything that you would plant in the summer. Your melons, do it on or after Good Friday. And if you want to start things, ground cherries, 7 to 8 weeks before the frost date, giant Cape gooseberry, snowball cauliflower, cabbages, gourds, herbs, cantaloupe, pumpkins, watermelons. Remember, check those frost dates before you put them in the ground. See, make sure you have time. April, your ork, collards, cilantro, dill. These are direct sow. Green beans, okra, potatoes, sweet potatoes, Swiss chard, tomatoes, watermelon, winter squash, cowpeas or beans on or after Good Friday. All your summer crops on or after Good Friday. Your golden beets, direct sow them 3 to 4 weeks before that last frost date. And go ahead and start your gourds and herbs inside if you want to do those. May, if you want to direct sow, get that Chinese spinach in, that eggplant in, collards, sweet potatoes, winter squash, zucchini, watermelons, direct sow by 6-1. Okra, yard long beans, great crop. all your other kinds of beans. If you want to start things inside, think about bell peppers, eggplants, sweet potatoes, tomatoes. June, if you want to direct sow crops, think about collards, corn, and you want to do this for a fall harvest of corn. Usually you won't get as much in the fall, but you here in Zone 8, you have 2 growing seasons. You can get 2 plantings of corn in. Just start it by 6/21. Eggplant transplants, pumpkins, get those in by 6/11. Sweet potatoes transplants late June. So get those transplants in by then. Winter squash, direct sow by 7/16. Okra, purple sprouting broccoli, melons, yellow squash, cucumbers. You have 2 growing seasons for that yellow squash and cucumbers because you can do those in the fall with spring with all of your summer crops that you want to pull out. Broccoli, cabbage, cauliflower. These are starts. Start these. Inside, broccoli, cabbage, cauliflower, jalapenos, Brussels sprouts. And I actually gave this to one of my friends. She was starting a garden early in her new home. And she went by June and July. She has a beautiful garden, you guys. Morgan Monday, go check her out. And in July, direct sow, collards, pepper transplants, cantaloupes, cucumbers by 7/26. Eggplants by 7/11, the transplants. Green beans by 7/26. Jalapenos by 7/31. Okra by 7/21. Sweet potatoes by July 1st. Tomato transplants by the 16th of July. Winter squash, direct sow by the 16th. Chinese red meat radishes, oh, those are so good. Early purple sprouting broccoli, direct sow for spring. So be careful if you plant that one. That's a spring crop, but you plant it in the summer. But if you want to start things, think about broccoli by 7/18, cabbage by 7/8, cauliflower by 7/18, kale by 8/7. And then you're back to August. You guys, so I just wanted to do, it's very quick, I know, but I've had friends ask me for this because it's a lot of work and it's a lot of research, but it's very valuable. You don't have to be done just because it's August. You can have a fall garden, and a lot of times your fall garden is way better than your summer garden because you're not competing with all those pests. So I wanted to get this out to you. To my husband, it's late Sunday evening. He just finished up the garden. He's been working on it the last 2 weekends. He has tilled it up a couple times to get all those weeds out. It was horrible. And then he went over it with a cultipacker to kind of pack it down a little bit because we are in super soft sand. So my garden is ready to go now, and I can get things in the garden. So we're just going to see what will grow. And we're going to get to these chickens this next weekend. So you guys, I know that was super fast. I'm talking at super fast speed, at least for me down here in the South. So if you have questions, you can Google it, or you can ask me and I will help whatever way I can. Remember, I am in no way a garden expert. I've just checked frost dates and growing and blah, 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 and put down what I know in my notebook. So I hope it helps you, and I hope you have a great day. Love you guys. May you be blessed.